I just wanted to go through these new lures I've seen popping up. They're what you call a sliding lure. You've seen them before, but these ones have just come out with some variations. Now it's from, as you see, Berkley. Now I don't know if I pronounced this correctly, but I say if you pronounce Kachi Kachi, Dama. But essentially it's a Kabura style lure, so it's a sliding style lure. They come in, they start at 40 grams, like this one, and then we move up 60, 80s, there's 100, 120s as you go along the scale. And they come in a range of colours from this one, like your greens, pinks, another green but different weights, orange, even got a couple of other different colours. Now, I'll get one of these out for you. They normally, when you get them in the packet, they don't come rigged like this with the line already attached. They come out and you have, this is one piece. So this is the 5 gram colour ball finish, and has all these plastic tassels attached to them. Long plastic tassels, and yeah, as you can probably see, fluoro colours with speckles all through them. So the idea is to attract the attention of the fish that you're aiming at. Now, the important bit here is the weight at the top. This one being our 40 gram one, it's coloured black, so it doesn't stand out as noticeably as the lower portion of this is, and it has a hole or a tube that goes through and comes out the other end, and it's plastic inside and allows your line to slide up and down the leader, and you tie it onto the ball sinker at the very end of your lure. And the special part of this one, unlike some of the other sliding lures you might have that have the 2 free hanging hooks and just the sliding weight, this also has a little metal attachment with tiny little screws on it that allow you to put a soft plastic on. So this is a diagram at the back of the packet, as you can see. It's a big one, the big weight, smaller little tassels, and that's where your soft plastic attaches. Now I've got little soft plastics here. I'll just show you how it should be presented and how easy they are to put on. So you would grab your metal screw, you push it into your soft plastic till you get to the first of these tiny little circles, and then all you do is you just keep twisting it, and it twists itself onto the lure and twists all the way until it's fully on. Now that then becomes the presentation. Now I put my finger up. That now becomes the presentation that the fish should end up seeing. Now, how this is supposed to work is that when you would cast out, what happens is, because this is a really heavy 40 gram weight, this sinks very rapidly to the bottom. And as it sinks rapidly to the bottom, it drags the lure flashy part down with it. So you can imagine it coming through the water, being pulled down by this weight at a rather quick pace, with all these flashy lures just flopping about, and the soft plastic in there, which provides also a scent and something that the fish can target. And I found that they generally, these work really well with snapper for some reason, but they work mostly with almost all fish. Predatory fish will give this a go. I've had herring and tailor hit this before. Now, what happens is once it gets down to the bottom, this thing comes down to the bottom, and eventually, it would meet. And then what you're supposed to do is you start then retrieving as you wind it up. You bring it off the bottom. Now, in the back of the packet it just says all you do is wind. Just give me one moment. It looks like the camera's moving on this. Let's just put that back in place. Sorry, I apologise. I'm going to pause that while I just made that. I apologise for that. I noticed I was slowly moving out of the moving. So I do apologise. Anyway, as I was saying, the back of the packet just says, I'll just retrieve. That's all you need to do. And in the retrieve process, these things hit together to make a ticking noise. But to help with the process and to increase the chance of getting interest in the lure itself, it's suggested that what you would want to do is, once it goes to the bottom, as it floats down, the fish will try and hit this, and because it is floating, you don't have tension, so you might not feel those bites. And so when you start retrieving, you're pulling it off the bottom. You will then get contact with it, and you might actually find you get some interest in the lure, or you feel a bit of taps. Don't jerk or try and rip it out. Almost like it's more of a sweeping action and a slow one, where you're trying to hook it rather than rip it out due to the size of these hooks. So as if you're feeling those sorts of nibbles. So the process is, as you're coming up, and then you reel up for a little while, and then what you're going to do is then let it drop again. And the same process as when you first cast it out will happen, where this will drop rapidly, bringing down the lure rather quickly towards the bottom, and then up again, and you get this ticking noise where it hits on those occasions. So it's almost like a bouncy retrieve that you're doing, and it encourages the fish to have a crack at it when it sees it floshing like this, and then the noise from the click, the slow retrieve as it's moving. You'll find that they'll often try and hit it when it's moving slowly. And if you do get some interest in it, don't stop with your reel either. Continue doing that, because you might end up hooking it in. Don't just stop dead. That generally isn't going to help catch it on this style lure. But I found that these are really great to have as a ready-made system. I would have a lot longer leader on this, probably about try and have as much as you can, maybe a metre or so, if you can have a lot, so it's harder to see the actual leader itself until it gets to the braid, the better. And then that's pretty much it. It's a good new system. I found that it seems to get a lot of attention, and really popular, as I said, with snapper, and really good with tailor as another option as well. And it's something new, and it's bound to get you some attention. Different from lures, different soft plastics, and different from bait itself. So another option to give it a go. And I think these are quite good from what I've experienced so far anyway. But I just thought I'd show you that, just in case you guys haven't seen them or have been interested in having a look at them. That's pretty much it. Thanks.